Welcome back, everybody, to my first episode of Build and Be Found. I am Malka. This is a solo podcast. I want to call it a solo builder. So today's topic is what comes up when you Google yourself, or better yet said, how does Google see you and how to change it? So let me tell you a short story. I had a client once who said, I have my website out and I don't get many phone calls. I had maybe 3 or 4 phone calls. What is wrong? What can you do for me? So I said to the person, well, let's take a look at what Google sees. So I told the person to open an incognito window and I said, now type in your name. And in this case, it was a business. So type in your business name. And then let's see what the search is. And the funny part is what we did see was just the website. And that was it. Nothing else that this person could have actually secured. So the question is, when you Google yourself, what comes up? Now, if you've ever tried it, if you have never tried it rather, please pause and do it now. Use an incognito tab and type your full name and hit search. So what do you see? Do you see LinkedIn? Do you see a Facebook post from 2015? Do you see a person with your name that is not even you? All of these questions, this question is all about Google and how Google sees you and how you can change that. And here's the thing that most people don't realize. Google does not know who you are. It knows what's been published about you. It knows what links back to your name. It builds a version of everything, all this content. And if you haven't been intentional about your online presence, have no fear. But it does mean that Google's picture, Google's perception of you is incomplete. You are what's called invisible. And that is a problem for you. And I'll tell you why. The reason is very, very simple. Hiring managers and clients and collaborators and even podcast bookers will Google you before making a decision. So the question that you should have for you yourself is, how do I fix this? How do I fix it? My suggestion is that you start with the 3-page rule. And the reason why I say that is because this 3-page rule is aimed to get control of what shows up on at least the first 3 pages of your name's search results. So how do we do that? Well, this is a multi-step way. It's 5 steps to be precise. So let's jump right in. The first thing that you want to do is claim your LinkedIn and make it SEO friendly. The second thing that you want to do is create a personal landing page. And the personal landing page, you can actually use software platforms such as about.me or card.co. And on that site, what you would do is you would put your name and you would put your title, what you want to be known for. And that would be, quote, the home page. And then you would put your information on that. And that the information that you're able to put on that particular one page is your samples of your work, some of your work experience, things of that nature. The next thing that you can do to create or to fix Google's perception of you is to guest post or to be interviewed on small blogs and podcasts. You can also comment on high authority forums or communities using your full name. And when I say use your full name, it could be your real name, which is very good, especially if you are trying to increase your profile, your visibility, if you are searching for a job. You can share articles, you can share any kind of content under your name that relates to your field. And any kind of content, literally, audio, video, written. Okay. And these things all give Google a way to point back to your name. Okay. The last step that you can do is to know that every single action that you take creates what's called a digital breadcrumb, which is what I just said a few minutes ago. It literally creates breadcrumbs in the sense of the word for the search engines to follow and people back to you, back to your name, back to your service, back to your website, back to whatever central spot that you can be located on the web on the web. So here's something that you can do. Here's a takeaway, so to speak, a little bit of homework, if you will. Publish a short blog post with your name in the title of the article and talk about what you do, what you value, and why you love your field. This tells Google you're an authority on that topic. Your name is your brand, okay? So you have to remember that. And you also have to know that your brand is your search presence. So let's make this intentional. Let's build and let's be found.